Look at where he takes that shot from. There's this much of the goal to aim at. It's in the Euro final. It's come off a 40-yard pass in a direction away from goal towards the corner flag, and he produces this. In this video, we're going to take a look at Marco Van Basten and how good he actually was as a football player. He was a player that was prominent before I was even born. I was born in 1990. So by the time I was getting into football, 95, 96 maybe a bit later, he was basically retired. He retired early. But if I was to say to you, this player is a player who's won 3 Ballon d'Ors, you'd be like, who's that? That must be an amazing player. But no one really speaks about him now. Maybe it's because the generations have gone past and, you know, it's been a long time before he retired. But what he achieved in football is just incredible. We're going to take a look at some of his highlights, and we're going to take a look at some of his honours and what he won as a football player, as on a personal level and as a team level as well. As you know, or as you might not know, I'm an artist and I recreate the most iconic moments in sport, and I'm obsessed with movement, and I'm obsessed with beauty within sport, not just football. But I like to do these videos because I like to analyse the way people play their prospective sports, whether it's basketball, football, UFC, MMA, boxing, whatever it is. And Marco Van Basten was nicknamed the Swan of Utrecht. The Swan of Utrecht, and we're going to see in a second when we take a look at his highlights why he was named that, because of his movement and how elegant and graceful he was on a football pitch. He was a tall guy. He was sort of a lanky looking guy. He was very long, but he wasn't someone who you'd look at and go, he's an amazing footballer. He wasn't shaped like an amazing footballer should be shaped, like they are these days. You know, the Cristiano Ronaldos and these big, you know, cut, no fat on them to the bone, like proportioned in every way, the body. He wasn't like that. You'll have to excuse me though, I've got a little bit of a cold. I'm just getting over a bit of a cold, so if I cough a few times in this, I apologise. So let's first and foremost take a look at some of his highlights. We're going to take a look at some of his highlights on the pitch, what he was like as a player. So this is obviously a highlight reel, so I don't expect anything bad to be in here. I'm sure he wasn't the perfect player, but highlight reels are still good to watch, so we'll take a look at this one. This is his best skills and goals from his entire career. I'm guessing it's over the sum of his whole career. So obviously he played for Ajax. I think he had a spell at Inter Milan. Lovely touch there. Lovely touch. And then a Cruyff turn. He had a very similar build to Cruyff as well. If you take a look at that, I want to take a look at that skill again. Touch, plucks it out the air, and then Cruyff turn. That is very similar to Cruyff. He's built similarly to Cruyff as well, I'd say. If you don't know who Cruyff is, then I can't help you. Wonderful footballer. But yeah, he's built very similarly to Cruyff. Look at the way he moves between these players here. He's very quick. He's very quick on the turn, and he's very quick in the pocket where there's a couple of players around him. Oh, look at his touch. Do you know what he reminds me of? Just a first glance off these first few clips, he reminds me of Zlatan a little bit. So when I said before about there's certain players that are elegant, they play elegantly, they play almost as if it's not really that difficult to play football. They look like they're not really trying. Van Basten seems to be one of those type of players. Berbatov was one of those players. Berbatov was a wonderful footballer. Zinedine Zidane was one of those players. Zlatan is one of those players. They sort of grace along the pitch as if, you know, they'd rather be doing something else, but they're so good at football that they're just going to entertain the rest of the team, and, you know, they're going to get paid all this money because they're so good at it. That's the sort of, you know, the Swan of Utrecht is nicknamed Van Basten. I'm sure his elegance on the pitch has got something to do with that. Take a look at some more of his clips. Certainly a great goal scorer. Knows exactly where the goals is his interplay. Yeah, he's very quick as well. I think his speed. He looks like he's not really. Oh, look, he's took on about 6 players there, and he scored at the end as well. So his speed seems to be because he's got very long legs. He seems to be able to get away from players really quickly. Tall players like that. Oh, look at that skill. Oh my God, he just dances through players. Oh, what a goal. Sorry, I just need to... I know I was trying to make a point there, but look at this for a goal. Let's check this out again. Look at this, picks the ball up here. Dodges one. Drops the shoulder to dodge two, takes it round three, and then just slots it in the top bin. What a fucking goal that is. He was certainly eye-catching, really. But what the point I was going to make then was usually tall players aren't really quick off the mark. They usually take a while to get going, like Virgil van Dijk, who of course plays for Liverpool. He's really fast, but you can't tell until he gets going. Off the mark, he's not as quick as what, some players are that are smaller. Or maybe they just look quicker off the mark because they've got littler legs, maybe, I don't know. But Van Basten certainly seems to have that spark. His finishing ability is... I appreciate little things like this. Watch this. So, watch the technique on this volley. So, it comes down to him there. I know this is obviously 8 yards from goal. And I know most people, even non-footballers, would probably score this. But a lot of people would hit this over the bar because look how high it bounces. And his technique to get over the ball and then sort of cut it into the... Oh my God, what a finish. Cut it into the net from there. Beautiful. His touch and his awareness of what's around him is very Zidane-like. Obviously, I'm comparing him to other players a lot because these are just players that I watched growing up, that I can familiarise myself and sort of compare what he's like. He's got a very calm demeanour on the ball. Zidane was excellent at controlling the ball and making space for himself. That's probably why he was the best in the world, I think, at the time, because no one else could do what he did. Even if he had 3 players around him, like Van Basten just did in that last clip, he looks as if no one's around him, and that's a skill in itself to be able to do. Absolutely incredible. Here he is one-on-one again. What's he going to do? Sends the keeper. Again, that element of making space for himself is exactly what we've just seen in that clip. Even though he was one-on-one, he made the keeper sort of go the shop. Send him the shop. Again, look, the drop of that shoulder is beautiful, and then look at that for a chip finish. This is a perfect illustration of what I've just been saying. People, check this out. Look, so no players seem to get anywhere near him. He's very good at dropping the shoulder, very good at sending players in the opposite direction to what he wants to do. Beautiful footy player. Watches the ball all the way as well. Even greater free kicks. Take a look at that. Let's see what he does here. Again, he's got 2-3 players around him and he doesn't seem like he does. He seems like he's just ghosting. That's how I'd describe him. He's like a ghost. He's like ghosts players, and he just ghosts on the pitch. And probably the most famous Van Basten goal is a goal that we're going to watch at the end, by the way, is a goal that I believe to probably be the most beautiful goal ever scored. There's been some incredible goals. That's a bold statement. I'm not saying it's the best goal ever scored, but again, I'm an artist. I appreciate the beauty, the movement in the human body, and the beauty in the movement in a goal. And the goal we're going to watch at the end it's just beautiful. There's no other way to describe it. Let's take a look at some of his honours as a player. So this is on transfermarket.co.uk. So as a player, this will blow your mind. A player who retired at the age of 28. He won 2 European Cups. I'm guessing they were with Ajax. He won the league in Italy 3 times. He won the league in Holland 3 times. He won 2 intercontinental cups. He won the Dutch Cup 3 times as well. Super Cup, Italian Super Cup winner twice. He actually won the European Cup with AC Milan twice. He didn't win it with Ajax. I would have thought he won it with Ajax. I didn't even know he played for AC Milan. 3 Italian champions with AC Milan. Look at his top goal scorers. He won 9 top goal scorer awards in Serie A, the Champions Club Cup, Euro 1988, which is the goal we're going to check out in a minute where he scored in the final. The Eredivisie, I don't know what that is. KNVB Becher, Eredivisie, I'm guessing that's the Dutch league. That must be the Dutch league. But they're not frightening statistics in terms of how many goals scored. 22 goals, highest goal scorer. I think that's just a snapshot of what the league was like. Obviously, it was a terrible league, wasn't it? It still is to this day. Golden Boot winner for Ajax in Europe in 85-86. So an incredible goal scorer, but 3 Ballon d'Ors in 1988, 1989 and 1992. So over that 4-5 year period from 88 to 92, he was pretty much the best player in the world at that time. And he's a player who retired early because of horrific injuries. Again, similar to Ronaldo Nazario, another incredible career cut short. But this guy won 3 Ballon d'Ors. Imagine if he didn't retire at 28 and he played another 5 years. You know, imagine like how good, how many more trophies he would have won. Let's just see when he retired. When did Marco Van Basten retire? He retired in 1995. I'm guessing the injuries plagued them for a couple of years before that as well. So he won his last Ballon d'Or in 92, and then I'm guessing he got injured in 93, and then he had 2 years on and off the pitch not playing as much as he'd like to, and then he retired. So he was winning those Ballon d'Ors by 23, 24, 25 years of age. What a player. But yeah, it's always a shame to see a great player retire early because of injury, but there's always something to that I think it sort of holds them as you never forget them, because that it's always that untapped potential that we wonder, you know, again with Ronaldo Nazario, Michael Owen similar, and you think, I wonder what they would have achieved if they didn't do it. Like, they were that great. Marco Van Basten, undoubtedly, still one of the greatest players of all time, because, well, his records and his goals and his Ballon d'Or speak for itself, and his Champions Leagues. But if he'd have played just 5 more years longer, imagine how good we'd think he was then. He'd have probably won more Ballon d'Ors, I'm guessing, and more Champions Leagues. When did he win the Champions League? He won the Champions League in 88, 89, 90, 2 years on the run. And I'm sure he was prolific in those years for AC Milan, because he was winning top goal scorer awards in those years as well. And, you know, he won the Serie A 3 times in a row as well. No, not 3 times in a row, twice in a row. What a player. What a player, people. A player that definitely goes under the radar. But what I want to pay attention to, again, we've watched some of his highlights, we've checked out his stats, but again, bringing it back to the beauty in football, bringing it back to what I appreciate most about football, and that is the movement of these incredible athletes and these incredible players. Same with any sport, really, but we're going to take a look at a goal, again, that I believe to be one of the most beautiful goals ever scored. Let me know what you think in the comments. I just think, in terms of difficulty as well, you'll see how incredible this goal is. I'm going to play it now. This is in the 1988 Euro final against the Soviet Union. So this is basically to win the Euros, which he won, obviously, with Holland. So check this out, and then we'll go over why it was so good at the end. Total football from the Netherlands coming out here. Plays out wide. Big long ball over from the left. And then stop that. Stop that right now. Look at it from this angle, watch. Ball comes over. First time. Whack. Look at that angle. Tell me that's not the most beautiful goal ever scored. I'm not being funny, people, right? But we're going to watch it again. Here's why this goal is so incredible, right? One, because of the long ball. Anyone who's played football, if you've played football like I have in the past, you'll know how difficult it is to hit a volley. If someone throws the ball up to you and you've got the goal in front of you and you've just got to volley the ball into that goal straight, that is difficult to do as a player and get it in the net. Like, it's difficult to do that as a player. Trust me. If you don't follow football, you won't understand that. But if you do, it's difficult just to volley it. So this is a long ball from, say, 40 yards, 45 yards away on the move. It's not directly at him. Van Basten is not even in the box at this point when the ball gets played. The ball gets played over here, look. That's a 40-yard pass. And then I've paused it there. He's not running towards the goal. He's not running towards the byline. I'm going to take that back just a little bit. Look at the direction of his run. He's running towards basically the corner flag. Watch this. So the ball was overhit. Look, he's going towards the corner flag. And then look at where he takes that shot from. The defender's in front of him. The keeper's in the goal. There's this much of the goal to aim at. It's in the Euro final. It's come off a 40-yard pass, which was overhit. He's going in a direction away from goal towards the corner flag. And he produces this. Even to have the audacity, look, bang. That is... I can't even describe how amazing that goal is. This is the best angle of it. Like, this is where you see the actual angle of the goal. So look, pause it there. Look at where he is there. How on earth is a human being going to take that on the volley and put that in the net where the keeper's standing? The only place he can put this volley is where he puts it. Watch. Bang. And the keeper doesn't even... There's nowhere else on that. He couldn't have beat the keeper at the near post. The keeper would have got it. He had to put it that distance over the keeper to lob him to get it in the net. It's the only place in the goal he could have put it. And he puts it there. He was aware there was a player in front of him. He was aware the keeper was in the goal. He was aware of the angle that he was at. He was aware that he had to lob both of them. And to actually not even think about doing it, but to actually execute it. Look at this. Bang. Oh my God. Mid-air as well. That guy's... I'm going to try and get a photo of Van Basten volley 88. I'm going to try and get a still shot of the photo because I've actually drawn this goal as a foam wallpaper, and it's a goal that you can download for free on my website. There's over 200 different foam wallpapers on there that you can take a look at as well if you want to check them out, and it's all free. You can download these completely free. And this still shot of that goal, I'm just going to enlarge that now. Let's get it on. Oh, now it's on X. There it is there. Look at that. Let me just get rid of this shit at the bottom. Look at that for an image. That's the image that we've obviously drawn as well. And nicknamed the Swan of Utrecht. The Swan of Utrecht. Look at the shape of his body there. He's 6 foot in the air. Perfect technique. He looks like he's dancing. He's almost looks like he's in Swan Lake. You know, the what's it called? I can't think of the name. Swan Lake is like, what is Swan Lake? Let me just, sorry people, a little bit of a tangent here, but I can't let it go. Listen, Swan Lake is by Tchaikovsky. It's a ballet, so it's a ballet. He looks like a ballet dancer. Look at that. Look at the shape of his body. Beautiful technique. Stunning goal. Living up to the nickname that he's got, the Swan of Utrecht. I'm not sure if there's a more beautiful goal. We're going to watch it again. I don't usually watch them that much, people, but we're going to watch it again from here. The ball comes down, and look at this volley. Perfect pace on the ball when he hits it as well. Just hits the side netting. Everyone's like, can't believe what he's just done. We're going to watch just this in awe. Look at that. And then just so elegant. Just so elegant. And then look at that. That's the freeze frame. I'm going to flash the goal up again. And the kit and everything. That retro Netherlands kit with the sort of diamond pattern on the kit. The 3 stripes down the top of the shorts and the top of the elbow and the shoulder, and then the shorts. Just a wonderfully, beautifully made goal by a beautiful footballer. That's how I'm going to end this video, people. What a goal. If there's any goals that you think are more beautiful than that, I'm not saying like good goals, I mean just all in all, difficulty, elegance, historically, the stakes so high, the pressure, the player, like name a goal. Please name a goal in the comments, and I'd love to do an analysis of that goal and see if it is as beautiful as that. I think that's going to take some beating. I've honestly never seen a goal, I don't think, more eye-catching than that. Absolutely stunning. So yeah, put it in the comments below, people, and I will take a look at it next week. I obviously am an artist. If you want to check out some of my stuff, go to my website. You can download all of my phone wallpapers for free, and I do have artwork on there that you can collect as well if you'd like to. If you're an art collector, or if you just like football and different sports, then you'll like me as well. I'm also Cali UA on all platforms if you want to give me a follow. And other than that, I will be back next week with another video. So thanks for watching, and have a boss day.